Hey everyone, I'm here with our member Millie, and today we're going to kind of hear her story about what made her choose Aspire. So tell me, what made you choose Aspire?
Well, actually, for me, it was a friend. My next door neighbor was a fan and came here regularly and invited me. And I had tried CrossFit before, and it was very intimidating. But she's a very shy person, so I was surprised that she was doing it. So
Mm-hmm.
I came over and said, "All right, I will go to a class with you." And I was immediately impressed when I walked in at how everybody just greeted me, made me feel at home. It was just a warm area. Everything was challenging, but I felt that they were accommodating your ability to do certain things. And it made me feel I could stay there and be part of that whole system because it's a system when you train. But and then they told me to come back, and everybody said hello, and everybody said goodbye, and I was like, that felt very genuine for me.
Yeah.
So that's what got me started coming to Aspire.
So you would say like the people in the community were a big part of that.
Absolutely. For me, it's not about how I train, it's who I train with and the kind of environment when I step in there. Is it overly competitive? Is it welcoming? And then is it intimidating? Because, people look at you and like, oh, you can't keep up or, what are you doing here? So that wasn't the vibe there at all. It was
Okay.
more, like I said, a family.
Yeah, you didn't really feel that at all
No,
walking through our
and
doors.
I have felt that in other areas and other gyms, but not at Aspire, ever,
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. So what are some things that you've achieved since you've been here with us at Aspire?
Well, my first and foremost thing, when I spoke to you, was about aging with dignity. That's very important for me. That I want to be able to still be the athlete that was within me when I was younger, and then also to be able to get up if I fell down.
Yeah.
And that was my main motivation. But then, other than that, it was also to be social,
Yeah.
and they allowed me to be social in an environment where it didn't matter your age, you fit in.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest reason why I keep coming back
Yeah.
to Aspire.
And that's one of the things. I mean, we can work out on our own. I know you do daily walks with the dogs, you do your bike rides, but, to take yourself kind of to that next level, having those people there with you can be extremely, important on that transformative journey.
Absolutely. What I saw here was all age ranges, all levels of skill sets, and I also saw progression. I saw evolution of different body types, how they would evolve, and it kept me inspired to come to Aspire.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's what it was. And then I also noticed how I was feeling. I was feeling more energetic. I could see my body starting to change, not because I was noticing it, people were noticing it, whether it was my family, my friends, my neighbors. And my energy level just started to get better, and I was better in command of my ability to, like I said, stand up, sit down, and move my body. So
Yeah.
that totally had made a difference in my life.
Is there a particular moment that's really stuck out in your mind of something that you've accomplished here?
Absolutely. Lowering my body mass, that was the fat mass, that was big. For the first time, I got under a number that I never thought I would be able to achieve in my life. And we worked hard. You've been really dedicated at working with me and making sure that I meet the minimums of what you would expect from me for my ability, my skill set, my ability to perform, but then pushing me enough knowing that there's something inside of me that wants to thrive
Yeah.
and get better.
Yeah.
So for me, it was that moment. And then the best second moment that I felt was when I was able to, I want to say, pull the sled and push the sled. Things I didn't think I could ever really do. I think I did a burpee the first couple of times we tried a burpee.
Yeah.
And those were big moments for me, totally big moments for me. And then also balancing. I haven't been able to really balance myself from one leg to the other for many, many years. And that was also a big moment that I could find myself doing. I think the first time I really noticed it outside, I was walking and I tripped and I caught myself and balanced and didn't fall. And
Yeah.
I just kind of caught it and moved back and kept walking. I was like, wow, that wouldn't have been possible. That wouldn't have been possible. I would have been afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And obviously, we have a lot of accomplishments in the gym. You just shared some of those. How have those, in addition to kind of how balance has transformed in your life, what other things or other ways has, your athleticism and your fitness achievements here transformed into your life outside the gym?
Well, first, I like to play tennis. So I'm feeling much more my ability to move towards the ball, my trigger to get there, my twitch muscles are much better. My shots are more explosive in terms of when I hit through the ball. I'm not saying that I'm a fantastic tennis player, but like I know the game. I enjoy the game. So that it's allowed me to perform the game with much more ease and play it longer, right? Meaning I can be out there for 45 minutes, an hour and a half, and now I don't feel that fatigue. I'm like, okay, the endurance is there. So that is translated there. Also, walking my dogs. I have two very, very powerful young dogs.
Yeah.
And they have, combined torque when they want to drag me down the street. So it's helped me also have that level of resistance. And also, I'm a businesswoman. So when I travel and have to lift that suitcase and put it up in the overhead and or make my way through terminals, there was a moment there where I knew that I was always looking for the jitney to take me to the next location. Now I find myself, just walking over there. So it's done those levels of transformation and getting in and out of situations, even just getting in and out of my car. I can notice the difference.
That's great. And I mean, you're here 3 to 4 times a week on the good weeks. And what's the main thing that keeps you coming back every day?
What keeps me coming back is the people. The people. I feel I'm part of a family.
You are.
It's also very. I want to say it's almost also soulful, because if I don't come, I miss it, and I know, and I feel like I'm missing something in my day, in my week, and in my month if I don't come for any particular reason. If something occupies me that I need to be committed to something else for a period of time, and I have come to a point that I prioritize this before other things that I have to get done. I'm moving things around my schedule because I want to come here. The events that we have here at Aspire are beyond anything I've ever been part of at any other facility, any other gym, even part of businesses, because it's genuine. People show up because they want to, not because they have to. In a business setting, you will have to be there, right?
Yeah.
No, this is all about that. So for me, it's that. And people just say, just like even walking in today, people just from afar say hi, and we're not in the same environment, meaning I'm not in the same class, I'm doing something else. But it's a call out saying, I see you. And that's really relevant and important to us, especially in today's world, that we see each other.
Yeah. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing that. Is there anything else you might want to share?
I just think that what you've done here is show us that we need to be active in our life. And activity doesn't have a set goal. Activity is what you feel you can achieve. Like when I came to this gym, I was concerned that I needed to give you my age, my weight, my everything. And you told me the fact that I was here, that's all that was required.
Yeah.
And that's what I would say to anybody, that just show up. And that's the big first step.
Yeah, I always tell people, I'll remember your dog's names. I'll remember the name of your significant other. I'll remember where you grew up. I'll remember all those little details, but I'll never remember your age, because it's just, it's kind of an arbitrary number in so many ways. It's about what we can do, because I have, there's probably 25-year-olds that can't do what you're doing. And vice versa. There are, older individuals that, maybe fitter, maybe not fitter than the person next to them. So it's really about what they can do, not that chronological age.
Correct. And the motivation that you see when you look across and you see somebody that's either younger than you or older than you, like struggling with the same thing you're struggling with.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, it's not about me, it's about us. And how do we get through this particular class or moment together?
Yeah, there's such a beauty in that obstacle of doing that together with other like-minded individuals, regardless of age or regardless of experience level. I worked out with someone yesterday. I did a much different workout than what they were doing, just the level of complexity, but we were both had that same feeling afterwards.
Yes.
And it was a beautiful thing.
Achievement. That's important. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, awesome. So thank you so much for taking time, and thank you for being part of our family.
Well,
I appreciate
thank you for the embracing moments you've given me since I've been here, for the many years I've been here now.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Millie.
Thank you, sir.